Welcome back to Up Front. Is it back to the future in Wisconsin? The state's finances are in the news again with the word deficit being part of the latest conversation. Legislative analysts said last week that falling tax collection in Wisconsin could lead to a budget deficit of $1.8 billion. Democrats immediately accused Republicans of fiscal mismanagement. But the governor and some Republican lawmakers said there's no reason to worry, that the projections don't take into account economic growth in the next couple of years. We're joined today by one of those Republicans, State Senator Alberta Darling, who is co-chair of the powerful Joint Finance Committee. Senator, it's good to have you back on the program.
Good to be back, Mike. Thanks for having me.
So does this hurt the Republicans' talking point that we're the party of fiscal restraint? You don't like to have a conversation about projected deficits, do you?
Well, look, Mike, we don't have a deficit, and I think we need to get the scorecard straight. We ended our last year's budget year with a surplus of $433 million. We do not have a deficit. That's number one. We also have $280 million in our stabilization rainy day fund. What the Legislative Fiscal Bureau did was respond to Jen Schilling's request to do a snapshot into the 15-17 budget. That's after the election. That's after this budget. And there's no way in heck that we're not going to address any shortfalls in the budget. There's no way we're going to. We've proven that we can handle a huge deficit with the Doyle administration, over $3 billion. We took care of all sorts of bills. 96% of the job creators say we're on the right track. I mean, personal income is up, and we're leading the Midwest. We're part of the top 3 in the Midwest for growth and for opportunity. We went from 41 to 14 with the report of economic opportunity here and climate for businesses to grow jobs.
So how are you going to address it? It is a projection. Yes, it is a projection, but it is considered a nonpartisan projection. So how are you going to avoid having the deficit that has been projected?
Well, what we will do is we will look in October. We'll get more accurate numbers on actual spending, and we'll look at that spending. And the governor has all of this fall to put together projections for the next budget, so they can put those issues as a crisis if they have to. I don't think they're going to have to. Bob Lang, who runs the Fiscal Bureau, our budget shop, said he's projecting that we're going to have better revenues. Nationally, we're a part of this scenario where we projected 1% growth and we had minus 1%. So our growth was lower. But look, we gave over $2 billion of tax cuts to our citizens.
Was that wise when you look at this projection?
Was
it wise to do that,
yes,
knowing that maybe the job picture had not been exactly as you had hoped?
At the time we made our decision, it was the right decision because we had a huge surplus. And it was the second time we had a huge surplus. So we thought, who should keep this money? It's not our money. We should give it back to the taxpayers. And that definitely was the right issue. If you look at Manpower's report, they're saying 1 in 4 small businesses are talking about adding jobs and growing. That's huge. So I think that the investment we made is going to prove worthy as we go forward.
Couldn't some of these financial discussions be helped if the state were to reconsider its position on the Medicaid expansion issue? Hundreds of millions of dollars that you could have from the federal government. Wouldn't that help if you decided to take that money, as 9 Republican governors have done? It
might help today, but it certainly won't help tomorrow because there's no assurance that the federal government will be there. And that happened with Doyle. Doyle took out $1 billion of Medicaid, and boom, we were left with a big hole in the next budget. So I think it was the right thing to do. But what was the right thing to do was to get control of our deficits and debt. That we did. We are on the right track.
I saw an interesting quote attributed to, I think, Jason Carter. He's a Democrat running for governor down in Georgia. And on the Medicaid issue, he said, why should we want Washington to hold on to that money? Our taxpayers pay a lot into the federal government. Why should we want Washington to hang on to that money? Which is what's happening in Wisconsin. They're hanging on to the money that we're not taking.
Yeah,
why should we do that?
That's true, but I think we have to look for certainty. We have to look for long-term solutions, and certainty is getting a better business climate, growing jobs and the economy, having opportunity, raising our personal income. We're leading the country in increases in personal and growth in personal income. That is a huge story for Wisconsin, but we're way below the average, and we need to raise our personal income to actually thrive and be able to grow as we'd like to. I'd like to be another Colorado. I'd like to have that dynamic young tech generation say, you know, I'm going to stay in Wisconsin. I'm going to grow the economy with new ideas.
Bottom line, no budget repair bill necessary, in your opinion?
I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is let's look at October, see what the actual spending numbers are. Let's see where our growth is. The national experts are projecting a 3% increase in the growth. And so let's see what happens. But I think it's a tool to say to us, let's look at options. And I think it's really important to look at what options might be out there. But we've proven that we can manage crisis. We can manage deficits and debt. We did that from the Doyle administration. So I think you want to say, let's stick with the same team who's shown us that they can do it and not be a naysayer. Let's invest in Wisconsin.
State Senator Alberta Darling, the Republican who is co-chair of the Joint Finance Committee.
Thanks
very
Mike.
much for being
Thank
with us.
you very much.
Next, should Wisconsin highway monies get a guarantee of protection in the state constitution? The argument for that change just ahead on Up Front. But first, here's the WisPolitics Week Ahead.
The next Marquette University Law School poll comes out Wednesday over the noon hour.